Hi, I'm Lee Partridge. You're welcome back to Col U TV. It's our midweek show as we take a look back at the game from last night against Crawley Town. A good performance, just lacking a third goal that could or maybe would have given us all 3 points. Nevertheless, good to see Alex and Junior get off the mark for the season. So let's take a look back at the highlights and the goals from the game. As I said, of course, a win would have been brilliant, but it gives us the building blocks and some confidence to go into this week's game against Stevenage. Scoring 2 and possibly could have been more. And that was the sentiment of Matt Bloomfield, who was in the studio after the game, giving us his thoughts.
Matt, I say it's only a draw, but it was a good performance that we were by far the better team in the overall.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the boys tonight. I think you're getting to know me by now. I try and look for the positives if I can, whilst also trying to be realistic. Genuinely tonight, I thought we started on the front foot. We asked the boys to go and play with energy, and we wanted to go and entertain the crowd. And I want the guys, when they come to watch us, to enjoy their evening or their afternoon. I thought we showed that. We started with real energy. We could have scored maybe twice, I think, before we actually did. Great strike from Noobs. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the boys tonight. Loads of positives to take. Obviously, I'm gutted that we didn't win. Really disappointed that we didn't win, and we want to win. We want to win as often as we can. But at the same time, I think we're building something, Gregors. I think that the boys are showing in their performance levels. You know, one of the things that really pleased me tonight was the fact that we've gone. Even the fact that when we went from 1-0 up to 2-1 down, we didn't crumble. We didn't stop playing. We kept showing that attacking instinct that we want, and the boys found a way to get themselves back in the game, which I was really pleased about. Because when you're not winning games as often as we want to, then you can often find that those situations go against you. So I was really pleased with the character of the boys. They kept going like that.
Yeah, and even when we got back to 2-2, it wasn't enough for the lads. You could sense that they wanted to go on and get that winner. That it just didn't come.
You could smell it in the ground, couldn't you? You could sense it. Yeah, and I apologise. I'm jumping up and down like an idiot there when I thought the winner was in at the end, and you know, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the boys. We're trying every day. We're working hard. We're putting plans in place. We're working diligently. We're not just working hard. We're looking at ways we can improve all the time. And I thought you could sense it in the ground. We thought that one was coming, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, and you mentioned the early stages of the game where we were on the front foot. It wasn't just the early stage. That first half hour was probably the best you've seen since you've been in the charge.
Probably. I think you're probably right. Greg, because I'm really pleased the way we controlled the game. We felt that we would be able to get get Scousey on the ball with the two formations, so which I thought the boys did. Also putting Judgy in there as well gave us a little bit extra, calmness alongside Scousey. The amount of games those two boys have played and the quality that they play at, and I think that kind of played out really there to change formation. Which fair play to them, they changed formation to try and nullify what we were doing. But I just really enjoyed watching us that first half an hour. I thought we passed it really nicely. We looked dangerous. We made attacking runs in behind. We tried to penetrate at the right time. 5 minutes before, maybe 10 minutes before half time, 5 minutes after half time wasn't ours. And unfortunately, we conceded 2 goals in that time. But like I say, then we stepped on again last 35 minutes and it was us in the ascendant.
Yeah. At half time, do you talk about the first half an hour or warn the players about the 10 minutes before half time?
Tried to do a little bit of both, but we sent them out the second half to, obviously we didn't want to concede straight away like we did, but we spoke about the positives. We wanted to go and recreate that in the second half, which I think after the first 5 minutes we did. Go and recreate the performance. Don't be disappointed to have conceded, because if we're disappointed and slump shoulders, we're not going to get back in the game. But unfortunately we did concede, but then we showed that character to really keep going. I'm going to be positive with the boys. We have to be positive around here. We have to look for those positives whilst also being realistic to correct the negatives and the learnings. But like I say, at half time we spoke about trying to do those things more often, get the balls in good areas using John, but also try and find Noobs and Dan Chesters when we can and attack wide areas and get balls in the box, which I'd like to think we kind of did tonight.
Yeah, and we haven't mentioned yet 2 fantastic goals that we scored.
Yeah, 2 brilliant goals. Alex Newby has been banging on the door metaphorically since I walked in the building. He's been training really, really well. He's got loads of ability, Noobs. I think he's a great lad. Loads of energy and quality. I think that's his first goal for the club. Is that right? So great strike. And then Junior's on his left foot as well. A great kid, lovely lad, desperate to do well, wants to improve. I said earlier on, he texts me every Sunday without fail. Can we go through my clips tomorrow? Which obviously we do after every game. We sit through his clips and look for ways he can try and improve, but also focus on bringing those positives forward. He can play with both feet, and we're hoping he's going to have a real big future for us at this football.
Yeah, it was only a point tonight when it could have been 3, but plenty to build on for a very, very tough game on Saturday.
Yeah, of course it's a tough game on Saturday. Every game, there's no easy games to win in football. Greg, as you know that as well as anyone, you have to earn the wins, but we're looking forward to the game on Saturday. The boys can recover and get their energies back. But loads of positives to take, which we'll try and keep improving the positives and keep trying to raise the bottom with the bits that we need to correct, which of course there was plenty again tonight. We went through those from Saturday, we went through them yesterday in a meeting out on the training ground, and we'll do the same again Thursday, Friday, and have a tactical plan in place ready for Saturday.
Brilliant, thanks.
Alex, first goal for the club tonight, but ultimately, does it feel like we probably should have come away from the game with more than a draw?
Yeah, I think obviously when you have that many chances in a game, it's going to hurt a bit. Like you expect to win the game, but I think it's a credit to us that we've come back from being behind, which is something like we've not done a lot this season. I think it's good moving forward to have that sort of in your locker and sort of know we're able to do that.
Yeah. Obviously, a lot of chances created as well tonight. John had a fair good few chances. Obviously, yourself and Junior was quite central to it. Again, must be a positive thing that the manager's instilling in the squad, that although maybe we're not winning the games that we'd like to at the moment, but we are creating those chances.
Yeah, of course. Especially like as an attacking player, to play in a team that's creating chances, like that's what you want at the end of the day. I think it's only positive moving forward that if we're doing that. Obviously, it is disappointing not to win tonight in front of our own fans, but I think we can take a lot of positives.
And for you personally, obviously coming in the summer, got your first goal for the club tonight. You've seen a change of manager while you've been here as well. How's it been for you the first couple of months at the club?
Yeah, it's always difficult, obviously, when a manager leaves and things like that. And it's we haven't had a great start by any means. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. But I think since the new manager's come in, everything's really positive around the place. Everyone seems to be working in the right direction, and I feel like we're at the start of maybe building something here.
Is that the mentality you're taking to the game against Stevenage on Saturday? Then obviously really tough game. They're flying towards the top of the table. Is it just going to be more of the same?
Yeah, I think we can take a lot of confidence from tonight's performance. I think if we do that if we do that in the future, I don't think a lot of teams in this league will be able to live with us. So, Stevenage included, or whoever's next. And that's what we've got to do. We've just got to not fear anybody, play our own way, be positive, and play to our strengths.
Yeah, that's obviously going to be a key thing for the club over the next couple of weeks with a tough couple of games coming up. The schedule doesn't get any easier. Is it just about managing it as well? Lots of players in the squad fighting for their places. Is it about encouraging each other and just cheering on whoever is in that starting 11?
Yeah, obviously we've got quite a big squad here, so it's important that if you're not playing, if you find yourself out the team, it's you've got to sort of get behind the lads who are playing. It's a squad game at the end of the day, isn't it? It's a cliche, but it's a long season and we're going to need everybody.
Yeah. And for you personally, in terms of your game, obviously goal and an assist tonight, is it just a case of trying that a bit more? I mean, goal came from fair distance today, right into the bottom corner, which was nice for all of us to see. Is it just about trying to improve on that, maybe add a couple more goals and just do what you can for the team?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's obviously a side of my game that I've been trying to improve on since I've been here. I've not managed to score until today, which I'm obviously a bit disappointed about, and maybe is a reason why I've been in and out of the team a bit. So now hopefully I can sort of carry on that form, take it into the next game, and see what happens.
Brilliant.
A great performance there from Alex, an assist and a goal, and what a goal it was too. He was a shout for your man of the match, but you guys voted for Junior Shamadou as your man of the match. Let's take a look one last time at his superb strike as he cuts inside and drills it bottom right of his left foot.
Lovely ball played down this near side by Chamadou. Picks up possession from Newby. Chamadou to the edge of the area. Left footed shoot and scores! Junior Chamadou cuts inside on his left-favoured left foot. The goalkeeper again, there's question marks, but the user level 2-2.
What a great strike there from Junior, and you'll be able to vote for your man of the match again on Saturday afternoon when we host Stevenage here at the JobServe Community Stadium. Tickets are available from Col U Tickets or the club shop. It's another massive game for us, so let's get right behind the lads to support them this weekend. That's nearly it for me. Just to remind you that you can also get your tickets for the Barrow game next week. And I'll be back with a match day show. If you want to email us anything here, maybe for the big screen for Saturday, for the Stevenage game, you've still got time. If you get that in quick enough, maybe a message on there for yourselves or one of your family or your friends. Email us, media@colchesterunited.net. I'll be back for the pre-match show on Saturday ahead of the Stevenage game. But for now, have a great week, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you very, very soon. Until then, it's goodbye for now.